Hey guys, Big Geordie Geek here. Thanks for joining me today. Sorry we missed the battle report last week. Unfortunately, I've been a bit unwell for nearly 2 weeks. Just nothing pleasant. And today we're back with the mission report for issue 4. Now, this is going to be a fun one because we're introducing the Skorpekh Destroyers, a unit I really quite like. They're just lovely. Now, the mission is, where are we here? The mission is Destroyers Awaken. So having already awoken a trio of Skorpekh Destroyers, a Canoptek Plasmacyte moves to bring more of these devastating killing machines to life. So drifts through the hallways and corridors of the repair complex, activating resurrection protocol routines, bringing the murderous destroyer cults to life. A trio of lethal Skorpekh Destroyers must protect the Plasmacyte from Space Marine intruders as it continues its task. So your armies are, well, we'll talk about them in a bit, but you get 3 Assault Intercessors, the Primaris Lieutenant, and 3 Skorpekh Destroyers, and Canoptek Plasmacyte. And the aim of the game for the Marines is to basically kill the Plasmacyte. The Marine player in this match, me, kind of forgot that and basically went for the kill. Although looking at the kill condition, the turn conditions in here, destroy all your opponents, you win the game. So you had to kill all the opponents anyway, but probably should have focused on the Plasmacyte. Anyway, we'll jump into the mission and see how it goes. So let's start by taking a look at the armies involved in this game. Now, the Necrons are represented by 3 destroyers, Skorpekh Destroyers in this instance, with a Canoptek Plasmacyte to back them up. Now, the Canoptek Plasmacyte is the vitally important part of this particular game, as he needs to escape. Over on the Space Marine side, we've got everything in the collection released so far. We have an assault, we have 3 Assault Intercessors and a Primaris Lieutenant with the Shield, Power Sword, and Neo Volkite. Not that there's any shooting in this particular mission. Right, so the setup is quite simple. The Plasmacyte is at the very back. His aim is to get to the other side of the board and escape. The Skorpekh Destroyers are along the middle, and the Assault Intercessors and the Lieutenant are on the other side, so guarding the way. Now, starting off, the Marines move forward. They're full 6 inches. The Lieutenant on the left decides to charge towards the Skorpekh Destroyer to try and take him on by himself, whereas the 3 Assault Intercessors decide they're going to team up and try and take the remaining destroyers out one at a time. So the Marines all roll to charge. The Lieutenant gets a 9 and is able to get in with that Skorpekh Destroyer there. The Intercessors, on the other hand, well, 2 of them get in with rolls of 7 and 11. However, this one at the back here only manages to roll 5 and thus isn't able to charge in. The Lieutenant attacks 4 times, as per his profile, and makes 4 hits. However, the Necron manages to save all but 1 of them. Now, that leaves him on 2 wounds, so he shrugs everything off but that. Over here, the Assault Intercessors hit 4 times, 2 of them hitting the Destroyer, but only 1 of them manages to go through. So again, that Destroyer is on 2 wounds left. Now over to the Necron turn, because in this particular mission, there is no hit back, what's the word? There's no reactive attack from the Necrons, so it's just a training mission, so that's fine. The Canoptek Plasmacyte, it moves its full 8 inches and it rolls a 3 to advance a total of 11 inches, so it's starting to make its move. Over here we have an unengaged destroyer decides to charge this intercessor that was left behind by failing to make its charge, and he moves his full 8 inches and then rolls 6 for a charge, and he gets in. And this is where it gets fun, as he manages to hit him 3 times. He's got 4 attacks, but for some reason I've taken out a dice there, and the Space Marine rolls. He's only able to he's only able to save 1 of those, so he is actually killed. So over here, the Destroyer with the 2 Intercessors, he hits them 3 times, and he basically scores 1 hit, which is a shame, and the Intercessor is able to basically deflect that particular attack. So that's actually, I think they only have 3 attacks. I may have got that wrong. Anyway, he so that Marine takes a wound. Now, for some unknown reason, I managed to miss out a photo, which is the Lieutenant's attack, where whereas he is hit by his Destroyer, he is hit 3 times, of which he was able to deflect 1, but still takes 2 wounds. So he's down onto 3 wounds. Now, the Space Marines here decide, rather than falling back, which would have been the sensible thing, really, if you think about it, to try and get that Plasmacyte, they decide they're going to try and hit that Destroyer, kill it, so they can move on and take out the Plasmacyte separately without him bothering them. So they hit the Destroyer 4 times, wounding him once, so he's now left on 1 wound, so he's a bit precarious. But unfortunately, they didn't manage to wipe him out, which was the plan. Now, over at the Lieutenant's side, he rolls 4 attacks, hits him 4 times, which is fantastic. However, he only does 1 wound on the Necron, so the Necron's able to withstand those blows, and he's reduced to 1 wound. So they've got 2 Destroyers there on 1 wound apiece. Now, the Destroyer over here that was engaged with the 2 Assault Intercessors, he's on 1 wound. He decides, no, I don't want to do this. I'm going to fall back and let my mate behind me move in. So he moves in as for a surprise attack, and he gets off his charge with a total of 9 inches rolled. Meanwhile, over on the Lieutenant's side, the Destroyer smashes his attacks right into the Lieutenant, scoring 3 hits, but only 1 of which wounds the Lieutenant, leaving him on 2 wounds. Now, the Destroyer who charged attacks, hits the Marines 3 times, 2 of which actually get through and create wounds, which kills 1 Marine and leaves the other Marine on 1 wound. That lone Intercessor then decides he's going to hit back against the Destroyer, hitting him once, which the Destroyer basically just bats aside, not bothered by it at all. The Lieutenant, however, hits his Destroyer 4 times, 1 of which cuts him down as he falls apart into the Forge World's grounds. He's just left dumbfounded, can't do a thing. He only had 1 wound left. The unengaged, the Plasmacyte, I was about to move ahead there. The Plasmacyte advances 12 inches and is almost at the escape edge, so the Space Marines are probably going to lose this game because they fail to keep an eye on the mission. Now, the unengaged Destroyer decides he's going to charge down the Lieutenant. He's only got 1 wound left, so he figures, you know what, why not? I might be able to make a difference. So he manages to move his whole 8 inches. Well, I think it moves actually slightly short, if I remember correctly, and then charges in with a roll of 4. The other Destroyer hits the Marine once, but the Marine's able to basically go, not bothered by it. The Lieutenant, however, is knocked down by 2 hammer blows from the Destroyer, so he gets 2 6s, 2 1s, which is an interesting throw, and he basically rolls 2 1s to save it. He's impaled and falls down dead. So back into the Space Marine's turn, the Intercessor makes 2 hits against the Destroyer, both of which land. However, the Destroyer is able to make both armor saves. So the Intercessor is running out of time. The Plasmacyte, however, decides, you know what, I've had enough, moves to the board edge, which wins the game for the Necrons. But the Destroyers, they don't see it that way. They decide they want a total wipeout of the Marines. And the other Skorpekh Destroyer, who just killed the Lieutenant, moves towards the Intercessor and then charges in with a charge of 5. They make a total of 8 attacks, wounding him 5 times, I apologise. Unfortunately, the Intercessor, who's able to knock away 4 of them, but fails the last one, which kills him dead. And thus, the Necrons are victorious and absolutely win the game. Well, that was the mission. Now, I'm going to admit there was a little bit of confusion there in the game. We were so used to doing. We basically made a mistake, and in some of those attacks, the Skorpekh Destroyers, we gave them 4 attacks instead of the 3 they should have had. So take the mission with a pinch of salt. But it's more about the narrative for us anyway. But yeah, no, that is a mistake. The Skorpekh Destroyers only get 3 attacks according to the document. We made a mistake later on. But, yeah. Don't take this as an absolute tutorial on how to play this game. These are just narrative reports. That's what they're meant to be. Although the reporting for this was not as narrative as I would have liked, simply because I've been in a bit of a rush. Anyway, that's that. So the Skorpekh Destroyers are lovely models, and I hope you got some if you were only collecting the collection piecemeal. Loved painting them. My blades still need some work. That was the first attempt at doing that kind of work, and I'm not sure I did the best, but it's just an attempt to try and make them sort of I'm trying different things. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them. Drop them below. If you like what I did, subscribe, like the video, that kind of stuff. I'm not one for begging. Anyway, it's been wonderful. Thank you very much. And next week we'll be back with, we're probably going to do 2 next week because we need to catch up. We've missed a week. So I'll probably do mission 5, maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure. I will see what the weekend does, but we will put out 2 next week. So it'll be 5 and 6. So, yeah, we'll bring in the captain next issue. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you guys later. I'll catch you later.